have we got?
Our cure is maxed out. That doesn't really matter for our current purposes, though.
You can combine it, can't you? You have.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, they're gonna combine.
Ooh.
They're gonna combine. All right, let's see.
Open it up. See
Open
what's
up the chart. Every 5 minutes, you go back into. So here's the other problem we haven't really gotten into yet is like we only have half the command deck filled out.
Yep.
If you have an idea of what you want, you're building towards like 5 different things at a time, and sometimes like you're building a cura out of 2 cures to put into another thing that will eventually you will create to meld into another thing that you actually want. And that's just 2 of the commands that are in your deck right now. The other 5 are all working towards something else. And every time one of them finishes, you gotta remember, okay, what was I doing with this one? What was I working towards 5 steps down the line by making it into this to eventually meld into this? It's
Listen, that's why you write down notes beforehand and you used to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this and this and this.
There's a lot to keep track of. Let's see. Okay, 2 cures to a cura is an M type.
What can you get with an M
Let's
type?
find out. With an M type, I can get Cure Boost, Magic Haste, and a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter.
All right.
Magic Haste.
Keep on going.
How many does that bring? That brings us to 3, right? Well, I gotta equip it first.
They can't hit you if they're dead.
Did I have one more cure that wasn't? Yeah, I got one more cure to level. I'm short on thunders to level, though. I've got these 2 magnet spells to level, but that's it. I think for our the current purposes of this next fight, I'm gonna remove this magnet and put in. I'm gonna spec for damage output because we're about to walk into a boss. So.
Okie doke.
What else is there that could be good on this guy? Not a lot.
Those are mostly bad.
I forget if magnet works. I know that zero gravity works because somebody during the stream reminded me that it works. So we'll give this a shot.
Let's see it happen.
Do 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 dum da da dum. I put out a tweet at the beginning of today's session asking if people had like saying, "Hey, we're filming. You guys got stuff you want us to talk about?" And somebody said, "Talk about the FF15 DLC cancellation." So
well,
guess that's taken care of.
Yep.
I probably shouldn't be looking at it. I was just glancing back over at it while this cutscene was loading in. He's not even hiding. He's just right there, Ven. You weren't paying attention.
What did you mean about Terra being a different person?
Exactly what I said.
That was literally about what I was about to say. Like in a sarcastic capacity.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Stupid or true?
What?
Here comes the Vanitas fight theme.
A Keyblade?
Oh, there are more than 4 of us.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's see what you're made of.
Bump,
What I'm made of.
I believe this is called Unbreakable Chains or something like that.
Oh, he had chains on his keyboard. Whoa.
Once again, I'll go back to the point from previously of there are supposedly still other Keyblade. I mean, I don't know, like how many Keyblade wielders are there left? Are there just these 5 people, so the sudden appearance of somebody else using one is surprising?
I don't know.
Surely if Ben saw somebody else wandering around in outer space, his assumption should be, this person must have a Keyblade.
Yeah.
Look at him not even like stunned by the fact that he was in Magnet. He was just like, I'll wait for this to be over.
Oh no.
So zero gravity is cool because it makes people kind of like stay in a single position once you can bat them around with your, manually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
There you go, that looked great. Next phase. The main thing about zero gravity is it doesn't suck people in. It has a specific AoE around you.
Yeah.
And when you hit them, you knock them away. So it's not as good for the Magnet Thunder combo that just destroys and melts everything. There he goes.
Oh,
that was really weird looking.
Weird. Really all you got? Man, you are worthless. I'd be going against the Master's orders, but so what? As far as I'm concerned, your job here is done.
Remember those 2 lines, everybody. I'd be going against the Master's orders, but so what? As far as I'm concerned, your job here is finished. Just remember those 2 lines for later in the game. What is he doing? Why can't he just do that? I guess maybe it takes too long to charge up, so it's not viable for combat. Look at those reflections in his mask. Wow. Super sophisticated. Despite the fact that there are no lighting shifts on his actual costume, it's literally just in his mask.
Oh!
You're safe. I put you over here, 3 feet from the man who just shot at you. He'll never think to reload his gun. He'll never think to pull the trigger again.
Also, Mickey, do you know about what's going on?
You got that. Keyblades are not something you use just to bully somebody around.
There's literally only one place to get a Keyblade as established in this game. It's to be given one by somebody else when Terra gave one to Riku, remember? Where did you get that? Like, somebody gave it to me. That's how it works. Technically speaking, there's also the weirdness of the Kingdom Key that Sora has.
Yeah.
And the Kingdom Key D that Mickey has in the later games. Like, those are obviously different.
Yeah.
But whatever. The point is that Mickey's question was odd. He should have said, who gave you that, not where'd you get that.
But how deep is Mickey in all of this yet? Because this establishes that he's just kind of, like, this is very early on in his...
Who knows?
In
Who knows?
his
I guess
career.
You're right. You're correct. Maybe he's just not up on the lore.
I used to be Yen Sid's apprentice. I came back to him for some more training.
He didn't read the wiki. It's November outside, so it's getting darker.
Defeat the masked boy with this mysterious hero.
I just looked over at the windows and I was like, man, it's already getting dark outside. Are we running out of time? And I was like, no, wait, it's only like 6 o'clock.
Oh, dude, it's been throwing me off so bad lately. It's been helping my sleep, though.
Not mine. Oh, crap.
Ooh! He did it on you. I love that when you hit them and they just start flailing.
I love that I was trying to launch an air combo on him there, and the game pulled me out of the air combo and forced me back onto the ground so that I could go into Thunderbolt.
Yep.
Ow, stop that, you fool.
Ooh, too slow. Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vanitas, all of his boss fights have some interesting things going on with them. So you'll notice something there, right? So when he teleported out after that initial attack, you can tell, because it shifts there, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can tell when he's about to teleport.
Because he stops moving.
Here's the problem, right? If you're already attacking him, he can do it out of your combo string. He can just break stun lock. There are a number of enemies in this game. Vanitas is just one of the first really notable ones. Who, it's not even like a percentage chance, just like sometimes they'll just ignore stun lock. Or like they'll literally be in a stun lock animation
and just cancel out of
break. Yeah, exactly. Like it's actually just like a mistake.
It's because he's so strong.
It's literally just a mistake. When you play the game for the first time on a PSP screen, you're just like, oh man, these games are tough. When you play it again, you're like, wait, why? I thought I was just hitting him. How did he hit me and kill me? And the special problem with Vanitas is you're in the middle of hitting him, and the first hit lands, so you keep hitting, and then he teleports, and you're like, oh great, I need to roll out of the... No, because your attack animation is so long that there's literally nothing you can do. So you were just playing the game, hitting him with your melee string, and then he gets a free shot on you.
Nothing personal, kid. Ooh. How can you just do this?
It's fine. These are things they teach you in Keyblade School. They don't teach you to not meddle in the affairs of other worlds.
What actually happened right there?
I don't know. They went back to back and they shot light together.
But they didn't do damage, I don't think.
I guess he was invincible for a few seconds. It did minor chip damage. It didn't do much.
Cool.
I will admit that.
Good job, Mickey. I mean, mysterious stranger.
Did you see the animation of where he kind of went aerial for a second there, and how like Ben had to spin, stop, and then land? And that gave Vanitas time to follow up and hit me.
Ooh.
Now, if he does it at the end of a string, like he's supposed to, then that's a good move. You notice it and you get out of the way.
That's cool.
When he does it in the middle of a string, for no reason, like there, it's not so great.
What?
It's a QTE team up with Mickey, and I'm dead.
Wow. You weren't even in the hurt. Too bad.
Double damage from all enemies, half damage from me.
All right.
In critical mode in Kingdom Hearts 2, they increase enemies' damage output, they also increase your damage output. Like, you can die a lot faster, but it's fair. This is kind of... Sometimes the damage output in this game is ridiculous. I guess since he went invincible at the beginning of that, it didn't affect him afterwards.
Those effects don't look too good on his Keyblade, honestly.
Just the red gears?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about them either.
I feel like if they were smaller and maybe more numerous,
Well,
maybe it would.
it's like when it's coming off of you, it's like, oh, okay, I need to heal. When it's coming out of you, it's like, oh, you know, whatever. It's the cute little Keyblade it's the effects for the Keyblade I'm currently using. This is a boss fight that I'm fighting, and whenever he hits me, it's a big cartoony. Look, guys, it's a Keyblade, a Kingdom Hearts. It's like, okay, well, that's not really what I was looking for necessarily.
Pathetic. Too slow.
He's even dressed like Shadow. Is his moveset anything like Shadow's from Sonic Battle?
Not quite. He doesn't have any...
There you go, he took damage that time.
Okay, yeah, very little. Oh my gosh.
Get out! Oh god. So Vanitas, especially on higher difficulties, is where a lot of this game's cracks start to show when you're looking for them.
Okay.
No, I mean, you see what I mean already, like with just him like breaking out of attacks when he's not supposed to. And like, occasionally, it wasn't that bad there, but occasionally these games will like throw you into the command styles at an inopportune time and it will actually get you killed. There, it resulted in me getting hit.
Ooh.
That one killed me. The before he didn't kill me, but it's like,
Yeah, I'm feeling that now.
And it's still just, I mean, it's slightly less stiff than it was as Terra, if only because the animations last for less time, but like, the nature of the animations and their properties still work the same way.
The very beginning of this song is like is pretty
really
intimidating.
Slow.
It's really slow and intimidating, but I kind of like the build up on it.
Yeah, it's meant to play during the cutscene and then into battle, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
That's one thing about this game. When you restart battles, when you hit retry, it starts the music from wherever, like from the origin point. That time he got sucked in midway through the animation. The other times he didn't.
Too slow. Yeah, you're literally juggling him in the air, and he just point warped out of it.
I think the effect of Magnet had, to be fair, I think the effect of Magnet had worn off by the time that he point warped out, but still. I should heal. I have less than half health, and that means he can one-shot me.
Yep.
That fireball's killed me. I think that was the only thing that killed me both times. That fireball did more damage than expected. Okay, yeah, that does about a third.
Yeah, about 1/3. It's not too. Ooh.
I need the iframes while this is recharging.
Ooh.
While Kira's recharging, I need the iframes.
Oh my gosh, this doesn't. I feel like that doesn't do the intended effect at all.
I don't think it does either. Well, I tried. I don't have Leaf Bracer yet, so it wasn't good enough. That's one of the only other things. Like if I didn't have if I couldn't get the Thunder Boost or Magic, if Thunder Boost or Magic Haste were options, but Leaf Bracer was also an option, I would have gone for Leaf Bracer first. But that wasn't an option so far in the few things we melded. So
okay.
Notice also that some of our spells like start out not reloaded when we hit retry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an oversight right
That's
there.
not as big of a problem. There are some fights in Dream Drop Distance where like just everything starts from 0 and has to reload. I'm not sure what the properties are like. I thought it was in Dream Drop Distance. It seems like it's everything. In this game, it's because Dream Drop Distance combat style is similar to this one with the command deck system.
Yeah, that move of his right there comes out really fast.
It does. I got low health. Maybe I should have ground up some. Well, you get HP from events anyway, not from leveling anymore. So I guess I could have got my defense up, but that's it, really. Whoa!
Get 2 hits in. Yeah.
You know, I'm honestly shocked, Joey, that you have not commented on this yet.
What?
And don't freak out when I tell you this, because I got to tell you the backstory behind it, okay?
Okay.
Vanitas here is voiced by Haley Joel Osment.
Whoa!
Reason being, the Japanese voice actor for Sora went to, during this off-season between Kingdom Hearts 2 and a game that Sora's actually in.
Yeah.
Basically, he was just talking with Tetsuya Nomura and said, hey, listen, I'm kind of getting typecast because of Sora. I'd really like to play a villain. Could you squeeze me in somewhere in a game that you're working on as a villain? And Nomura said, sure. And then when they were localizing the game, they decided, let's just get Haley Joel Osment to, since it's the same guy, why not, right?
You know what? Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So it's actually kind of neat. It's kind of neat. It's interesting. And honestly, both of them kill it as Vanitas. The Japanese voice actor for Sora does a great... Okay, first of all, did you notice when we came out of that, there was another bit of Ven, like, hovering above the ground for a second, and then his animation shifting and landing on the ground? Like, it's hard to point that out because I never expect it. Like, with other animations, I know when they're going to come, but I never quite know when Ven is going to leap into the air after somebody and then fail to land properly. So you just kind of got to watch for it.
Yeah, I guess that's like one hyper-specific aspect of the fighting that we didn't cover is like we've talked about, our youth especially talked about it, but the thing that I was really noticing is like in KH2 specifically, and it did it in 1 too, but mostly in 2, there was a lot of like you launch an enemy or an enemy goes into the air and you automatically follow them into the air, but it feels fine, like because aerial combat feels good. In this game, anytime that happens, it feels like it's just gonna fail immediately.
Because like, well, look, I did that twice and one of them whiffed completely, just like completely missed him.
Yeah, and it's like also like right there, like your string in the air is 3 hits, and then you hover for a second and fall down,
which leaves you exposed if the enemy has a quick recovery time. Mm-hmm. It's a burst of faith. I have very little faith in the damage output of this spell,
it's tremendously weak when it hits.
That hit him after there was nothing there. He went, ooh, as he jumped away.
Yeah, this definitely seems like a fight where cheese is more recommended than anything else.
I'm not even using the best cheese for this fight. Like,
honestly,
I'm not spec'd well for this, but I've been focusing on building up my mob stuff as opposed to my boss stuff.
Yeah. But I'm saying this is kind of the fight where it's like it feels like there are frames where it's like it's safe to get a hit or 2 in and then back away and wait for him to do something.
Oh boy. During the streams, I consistently had 3 decks. One of them was Good Grinder for grinding out stuff that I wanted. The other 2 were Mob Masher and Boss Basher. And once they were set a certain way, they just didn't change.
You gotta heal up, my man.
Oh, you are correct. Thank you for noticing that.
It was like you were 1 tick away from the emergency.
You're absolutely correct. And at this point, that would have killed me. Yeah. Any of his moves would have just killed me.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't think we've even been in the danger zone during this whole fight. He just knocks us down there past it consistently.
Yeah, that
out of my range.
I've been watching that move every single time, and your team up attack does the equivalent of like maybe 1.5 thunders.
Oh crud! I should have did the counter rush there.
Revenger push, I think is what that was called.
I think it's Avenger rush, maybe.
I don't know. I like mine better. I like my
Revenger push. Yeah, sounds like something we watch on Best of the Worst.
Yeah, get knocked out of your animation for it.
It's a weird situation because like it's difficult to be really critical because we did have a lot of fun playing this during. You had a lot of fun playing this during Terra's campaign, and like I get why people really enjoy this on like a casual run through.
Yeah.
But it's difficult for me to not see these problems once they're there.
It really feels like It feels like there should be a laser coming out of that, and that should be doing bonus damage. Like 1 out of yours and 1 out of Mickey's Keyblade.
Okay, we've almost got him now.
That being said, having Mickey fighting with you is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so few, like, 'cause you don't have a consistent party in this. There's only so many battles where you actually get to team up with people, so it's nice when they do show up. That didn't, okay, I guess he dodged, or that just didn't hurt him. I don't know.
I think he dodged it. Or it just didn't. Oh my goodness.
We both dashed past each other and he missed. I'm just gonna go ahead and top off, which was probably a bad idea since he just took me back to exactly where I was before.
Nope, it's fine.
Deck capacity and HP both went up. That's good. Those are the things that I need.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh god, no, those gears right there. That was not looking good. I guess he hit Mickey.
Something. Who knows? Poor Mickey. I really do like this theme a lot.
It's great.
There's 2 variations to the Vanitas like fight music, and they're both awesome.
Ooh! You didn't actually beat him, player.
You win.
He just starts breakdancing. Like, that wasn't him getting up, he just starts breakdancing.
Yourself on probation.
Bum, 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 bum. That was way too long of a dramatic walk away.
It was.
That should have been like a couple seconds shorter. That was too much.
Probation for what? Thanks for before. I owe you.
This is another piece from this game that I like. It's a short loop, but it's sweet.
I'm Mickey.
I guess it's not even that short, honestly. It's pretty. Sometimes it runs too long for the scenes that it's in, but it's a good track.
He found out the worlds are in trouble, and I sort of took off without telling him.
Well, that makes both of us. I ran off too.
Not makes 2 of us.
All I have to do is think it, and the star shard will take me anywhere I
What?
want to go.
Listen.
At least I thought it would. I haven't quite got the fine points down, like when or where. It just kind of kicks in whenever it wants to.
Let me translate that from the Japanese, let me translate that from the Japanese original to English localization. Mickey has a plot drive that takes him wherever he needs to be for the script to happen.
Gotcha.
But I wouldn't have met you if it hadn't brought me here.
See? He knew that he had to be here
What
to save
is
Ben's
that
life.
thing? I can't.
It's the Star Shard.
Maybe it starts working.
It's a piece of, it's like a crystal shaped like a star with like plastic inside of it, with one of the ends of the stars gone and a lightning bolt plastic sticking out.
Why?
Because he got it out of like a gotcha machine or something.
Probably. Whoa! All the coolest kids in Japan walk around with those.
Little accessories for their cell phones. Is that still a thing? I know that wasn't the flip phone era, but now that we're in the smartphone era, do people still have those little phone straps?
Do. I'm fairly sure they do.
That's right. Those are anime noises he's making.
Why did your suit just kick in?
Huh?
So why does the suit just kick in?
Automatic. It's like Aura in Ruby, except when it isn't.
Okay. You got high jump.
I'm not even gonna I shouldn't have even opened that can of words. Aura in Ruby is stupid.
I'm sure.
Aura don't make no sense.
It sounds like a lot of things from Ruby is stupid, but I've not given it the fair shake, so... Well, I did watch the first season a long time ago. Don't remember anything about it.
First season's probably the best part of the show. Alright, out. Zero gravity. Don't need you anymore. You're back in magnet. I need to go... Well, there's going to be a store on this town. Yeah, there's going to be a store in this town. I'm going to go buy some more Thunders shortly. Because I need them.
You got a jumbo almond.
Did I?
Yeah, right there. What is that?
Big. It's a spice, apparently. Did you know that almonds are spices?
Oh, man. It's a different world we live in.
We got Mickey as a D-Link.
Yep.
So
should be broken strong.
So you know how like Aqua got like magic reflector? Once we leveled her up, magic deflector. That's what that little shield thing is. One of Mickey's abilities after we level him up is double EXP.
Ooh.
Granted, he's only out and about for so long, but
yeah, but that would be at the top of my to-do list, honestly. Not for you, but like for a casual playthrough, I'd see that. Absolute Zero. What is that?
That's a shot lock. I can activate it if you want.
Is it a good one?
You know how there was some that was like, okay, there's multiple different types. There's like basically there's the type we have, which is the Thunderstorm, where it's like, you know, you whoop bam and you hit X when it closes in on the reticle and it shoots more volleys. Then there's the mash X to shoot more shots out. Then there's the initial lock on isn't even shots. It's like charging through the enemy, right?
Oh, okay.
At kind of like that point warp speed.
Yeah.
And then after there's like just like slamming down attacks. That's the mashing thing after that. Ice Absolute Zero is a variation on the rush type.
Gotcha. Also, have you been like? Do you have any new finishers or?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Let me run back here for just 1 second.
Check out the shop.
Check out the shop. Also, I was thinking I might be able to go ahead and use the yarn ball to cheese a level up for Mickey.
Okay.
Like we got time, so might as well really quickly.
Sure. Do what you must.
I guess now's a good time to check Twitter and see if anybody's left any good things for us to talk about. We had kind of we put together a list of some things that have happened since last we recorded that we could discuss.
Oh boy, this song.
But I asked on Twitter if anybody had anything that they any subjects they'd like to see us discuss. So I'm gonna see if anybody brought up anything interesting. Joey's rankings of the KH games he's played so far broken down into 3 categories: gameplay, narrative, and the games as a whole. So I guess for you that's really only like number 1, Chain of Memories, 2, Part of This, and Part of Days.
Yeah.
But I guess like just talk about your opinions of the games so far.
Okay, what were the metrics? Gameplay?
It was gameplay, story, and both. Like overall. Gameplay individually, story individually, and overall.
Okay.
As like an individual game.
Well, I mean, obviously gameplay, KH2. Like, obviously. We were just talking about it earlier, how good it feels. I didn't play. Like, you're the one that played the vast majority of Chain of Memories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't feel like I should say that the gameplay is bad. I just never got used to it. Okay, no, it is bad. It is bad.
What, in Chain of Memories?
Chain of Memories, yeah, but it's it's like I didn't give it a fair enough shake, but it was just too off-putting for me. 1 was kind of sluggish, but it was still fine. Like there were some things that weren't great, but man, that's been so long. I just remember, and like I didn't play too much of that either, but it was like it was all right. It was definitely faster than this game. Felt a little bit better.
I think you should definitely, when you wind up getting the PS4 collection,
I'm gonna go
the
back,
story
don't
so
worry.
far
I'm gonna
collection,
go
you
back.
should definitely replay
I'm gonna go replay 1 and 2. So don't
You
worry
mentioned
about
possibly replaying it with your cousin, you said.
Yeah, absolutely.
King Mickey. What does it say about King Mickey, I wonder, actually? Hold on. King of Disney Castle, he put aside his training on Yedsid and ran off when he heard the worlds were in trouble. Okay, I was just wondering if it would say anything interesting. Mysterious figure ties to Master Xehanort warned Ventus. Ven doesn't know he has ties to Master Xehanort. Warned Ventus, like we don't know. They were keeping his name mysterious, but not as a whatever. Ventus that Terra was in some kind of danger, but disappeared before explaining any further. Remember that, like, freaking these characters don't know that Xehanort's evil.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's continue. Sorry.
I was gonna say I don't really know as far as story goes. It's like I genuinely liked the first one's story because it was so magical and mysterious in the sense of there was not too much bullcrap getting in the way of it. So it was this fresh new story, and it was just I was like I guess easier to keep up with as well, because I mean I've got somebody who knows everything about it here, and I still keep losing track of stuff. When I play it again by myself, hopefully I should remedy most of that. But I would probably put 1 as of right now as for my favorite story, just because it was no, I want to say simple and clean.
That's the joke everybody always makes about the first game.
Yeah, but that's just the truth of the matter for me.
Yeah, sure. I would concur. It's like it's always
that was
like
you just shredded all of them.
So actually, I was reading about kind of the backstory of the development of the game, and there's obviously the famous quote unquote elevator pitch of Shinji Hashimoto and a Japanese Disney employee whose name I forget at this moment got it, where they shared a building and they got into an elevator one day, and apparently Hashimoto recently commented on it more thoroughly, and he was like, yeah, basically she said, hey, you're from Square, aren't you? We've been interested in talking to you guys about producing something. And that was it, right? Yeah. But a lot of other details about kind of the whole production of the whole thing, and one of them was Nomura got involved in the project because he played Mario 64. And it was
aren't you doing this for Mickey?
You're right, I am. I'll reload the save. I'll reload the room in a second.
Okay.
You're correct. But whatever, I'm getting CP out of these guys, I guess. So for now, it's not a loss either. You were correct. I forgot why I was here. But whatever. You know what? There's a lot more time to chat about stuff before this episode, and we go to Raven Garden next episode as opposed to having a short episode this time. How about that? Anyway, he basically played Mario 64 and thought it was incredible and wanted to make a game like that. And Shinji Hashimoto, not Shinji Hashimoto, sorry. Hironobu Sakaguchi. The name was completely escaping me for a second. The creator of the father of Final Fantasy, the director of the first several games in the series, who at that point was still at the company, basically said, hey, Nomura, that's great and all, but if you wanted, with our studio, to try and make a Mario 64 out of nowhere, right? In a market where Mario 64 already exists, you would need characters as popular as those of Disney, to have the brand recognition, right away, right? Don't worry, I remember that I'm using Mickey. I just also thought I'd go ahead and kill a few more while we're at it. And basically then just one day Nomura was in the office and heard Hironobu Sakaguchi gosh, now I said the other guy's name a second ago, freaking Shinji Hashimoto, the producer, and now I've lost Sakaguchi's name. There we go. Wow, that was awful. He just heard them talking about the project and it's just a Disney-related thing, and he was like, I want in. I want in on that, immediately. And so they said, yeah, sure, Nomura, you can be in. And supposedly another kind of detail was he basically said beforehand, I want to make a relatively simple game about a boy going on a mission to kill a witch, and that's it. And Sakaguchi said, supposedly said, if you do that, it's not going to also appeal to Final Fantasy fans. You need to do a little bit more than that. And so then he put a twist in with Ansem, and it was a little bit more than that. Yep. There it was. It was a simple game with a twist. And then after that, it kind of started progressively going up its own ass.
A lot of twists.
Yeah.
A lot of, quote, twists.
Sorry, you were just commenting on, the Kingdom Hearts 1 story is
that's all
relatively
I've
simplistic.
got. That's all I got on that matter.
I still really think that like the character stuff going on with Namine and Riku in Chain of Memories is really solid.
Oh, it's fine, yeah.
Like it's really good, but it's just not. It doesn't have the. It doesn't have all the strengths of the of the competition of KH1. Those character arcs are really, really good individually, but the overall like structure and plot just is. Anyway, sorry, but they were asking you more so than me, so I'm
That's fine. Like we've established before, I don't like when it comes like with my opinions. I don't really extrapolate on them too much. It's just like, yeah, that's about how that is.
I wasn't really trying to hijack I wasn't really trying to hijack the conversation. I was just trying to, maybe inspire another thought, if you will.
Yeah, but hijack this conversation. Tell me what auto teleport does.
Auto teleport, I believe, is like if you block, you automatically get teleported behind them to attack or something like that.
So you literally, like, nothing personal kid them?
I think that's right. I'll double check for you in just a second, though. Sometimes reverting and going back in. I don't know if it's true or not. I get the feeling that sometimes reverting and going back in can increase the chance of a drop happening, but I could be wrong about that. So I'm going to revert, refill my gauge, which I already accomplished, and go back in. I want to see what that does, but it won't let me look at it, as we discovered previously.
Oh, well.
I'm pretty sure it's like if you block an attack, if you do like a perfect block, then you teleport behind them and attack them. I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe one day we'll find out.
They also changed up the spawn rate from some of the other games where it's like you leave the room and come back in and they immediately spawn. You don't have to do 2 room loads to respawn enemies, which
cool.
In some cases it's inconvenient if you're trying to get somewhere quickly, but if you're trying to grind, it's incredibly convenient.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like enemies are fairly easy to avoid in these games, so it's fine.
Not a huge deal if you need to get around somebody. Freaking stop doing that.
He's doing it. Everybody loves enemies that can go invincible.
Got it.
You did a
and now he's just like Sorcerer's Apprentice. And if I hop off of here and we kill this guy, double EXP.
All right, cool stuff. So what all does he have? What all special abilities does he have?
Looks like he has a better version of Arrow called something of Faith.
Maybe.
Binding Strike.
Oh, you can mini them. Cool.
You can at least see what that looks like.
Yeah.
You can just literally walk over the damage from that small.
That's cool. Whoa.
Here's his finisher. Remember when I was saying there were other prompts like this you just hadn't seen? A lot of the D-Links, once you fully level them, have fancy finishers with QTEs in that style.
Okay, I did not know that. Neat.
Yeah. That was why I was saying, oh no, there's
Are you
more.
invincible
You just
in
haven't seen it yet. Probably. Okay. I think so. Most of those types of D-Link finishers make you invincible. There, that was auto teleport. I went to dodge roll, not to block, but it worked as a teleport behind.
Cool stuff.
Come at me.
Whoa! That didn't do that much damage, but that's drop and forget, so it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, we got another one, which I don't even know what that does. I guess it refills the drop. It refills the D-Link gauge slightly, but just picking up those drops filled it up way more. Anyway, so there we go. Double EXP on.
Okay, you're just gonna ignore the thing back there?
Oh, it's nothing.
Is it nothing?
Remember, that's how there was a challenge on Disney World.
Oh.
And you had to like find like the splitting ones, and it gave you the illusion ability. We can look at this.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is after I reopen my computer and look and see if there's anything else anybody asked on Twitter that's worth discussing.
Oh, that was my neck, everybody.
Why'd you do that, Joey?
It's not broken yet. Don't worry. I do that a lot. It's fine.
Several people are asking questions that are like, guys, we can't possibly talk about that. We haven't finished the game yet, and we haven't played. Some of these are like literally like dream drop distance spoilers. Like, how do you feel about how these characters are going to come into play in Kingdom Hearts 3? We can't talk about that. No offense, but somebody says thoughts on the Goblin Slayer controversy. Is there a controversy related to it, or just that it's a gross anime?
I think the controversy was just that the first episode was gross.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
So I haven't continued watching it, and
that's probably a good decision.
Yeah, but the funny thing that everybody is watching it is saying is like the first episode's like super dark and serious, and then afterwards it just becomes like, it just becomes let's go on an adventure.
Defeat as many lone runners as you can before time runs out. Well,
begin.
I've got just the ability for this.
Yeah.
Oh, just he got picked up by it as it was going away.
Amazing.
That's not strong enough. That was a weak low-level magnet. It didn't have as much pull. No, then. close distance then.
This actually would be a really tough mission since everybody just runs away from you.
And you have no ability to close distance on them. But I got this, so
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Oh man, that is a genuinely good move.
Yeah, absolutely. If you get that thunder finisher while they're in magnet, it's just like everybody melts, and it's free. It's basically free. They're basically paying you to kill them.
How many of these do they want you to kill?
It's to kill as many within the time limit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So there's.
And then you get a star ranking depending on how many you kill. I guess you could use the ball to close distance. Like I imagine like maybe killing them with the ball still counts towards your overall score. So maybe that would be the way to do this, like in a time efficient manner. I don't know, cause like these I didn't get to mess with these much on the stream. I've seen them before in playthroughs and stuff, but like these didn't exist in the PSP version of the game because they're final mix. So
Okay.
I haven't actually played most of these little challenges. Like I said, I did some of them on stream. I did one on grinding, just off screen for the streams that I didn't have footage of it, but I like locked one of these things in for like an hour.
Oh, you have shot locks too.
I do. There was one of these. Oh, there we go. There's one of those that's like basically like there's poison in the air, and every time that you hit this guy, you heal. Like he releases a little bit of like health gas.
I guess you are supposed to get in the ball then.
I guess. Every time, like, there's one where it's like the air is poisonous. Every time you hit the guy, you heal a little bit. And I guess that's supposed to be difficult, but I did that for like, I basically found an exploit and did it for like 30 minutes.
Nice.
I found like a room, I was able to lock him in a corner basically.
What was that right there where it paused and he was doing like he was going to transform state?
That was, he went into Thunderbolt.
Really?
He went into the command style, yeah.
Wait, no, but he wasn't.
He's in it right now.
He's in it now.
He wasn't in it before, he paused and went into it.
But okay. Alright. Oh.
Maybe you're talking about something else, I don't know.
Maybe I just misinterpreted it. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Okay, you're right, I did there and I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah, see? You're not in it.
Weird. I did the finisher Gold Rush. Maybe I just unlocked Gold Rush, so like the first time that I did it. Or we've already noted a couple of times when like the load times on abilities just like for whatever reason, like, abilities take time to load and it forces that, like, standing state.
Right.
We noticed a couple of times, like, coming... I don't know, maybe we didn't do it on this, but on stream a couple of times, I went through a door into a room and tried to use an ability, and like, the ability didn't load. Did you notice I just maxed out Absolute Zero?
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh.
That means everything else is totally maxed out, too. Yeah, absolutely. These are all totally done.
Wow, good stuff. You did it. I guess this will be the exciting way to end out the episode.
What else can we talk about? We're gonna be here because we're gonna be here for a few minutes. Detective Pikachu.
Oh God.
Pokemon. I should say Detective Pikachu, a Star Pokemon Story first, because it's the official name of the movie is Pokemon Detective Pikachu, not Detective Pikachu. Part of the newly established Pokemon cinematic universe, I'm sure.
Oh man.
I opened my computer to look at the chart,
and then you didn't
closed it
because we started talking about
Mr.
Pikachu.
Pokemon. Ryan Reynolds is Detective Pikachu.
Oh man.
Ryan Reynolds is Detective Pikachu.
So obviously the joke is that Danny DeVito should be it because everybody wanted him.
Did you see that the official Twitter account for the Detective Pikachu movie is following Danny DeVito on Twitter?
I didn't know that. That's funny. But it's like if not him, like at least like personality-wise, outside of the movie, Ryan Reynolds is a good choice, I think, for him. That being said, what? This is by the time this video's out, there'll be
another trailer probably.
Yeah, but it's like we've been hearing Detective Pikachu for months now. I don't know what I was expecting or anybody was expecting, but it really wasn't this. Really wasn't this weird like cyberpunk-ish world.
Other than the design of the Pokemon, it's kind of what I expected it to be. If I can be completely honest with you.
I'm talking aesthetically mostly.
Sure. Okay.
Like I don't know.
Okay. So I could make these into a Curaga right now.
Sure.
That would be an M-type command. I could get a Cure Boost or a Magic Case out of it if I wanted to. But if I make two Curas together,
yeah,
I still get a Curaga, but then it's an N-type command. And if I do that, I can get Second Chance.
Okay.
Which is one of the only other things that we care about in this world.
Exactly.
So, let's see. Do I have another cure I can put in and start leveling? Like another just low-level cure?
No, I'm sure you got the money to buy one.
Yeah, I need to go buy one. We're just going to rush past these guys. I have no commands, but that's fine. I have no commands and I must grind.
Yeah.
That was a reference to I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
What? Really?
Yeah,
was that a reference?
Yeah,
That-
well, I mean, it wasn't really a reference.
Did
I
we
just-
make a
just said-
reference
I
on-
just said the name of a thing and changed it slightly.
Wow.
That Detective Pikachu movie, I have no idea what to think of it.
No, I don't think anybody really does.
That's the general sentiment. It seems to be just like
What?
confusion, like not even like upset confusion of like what did they do? Just like
Well, 'cause it's not-
parts of this look really good and parts of this are like, huh? How did we get here?
Why? What are they doing?
How did we get here is the question that we must ask of ourselves.
Mr. Mime looks real spooky in
That
it.
Mr. Mime is probably the freakiest part of the trailer.
I mean, a Jigglypuff is also pretty unsettling, but
Man, the Jigglypuff doesn't bother me as much.
well, it's just like, what did they do to you? You're supposed to be joyful, but you're by like a drunk dude.
Well, no, it's
at a
clear.
bar.
It's clear that he's trying to perform and somebody fell asleep, and and Jigglypuff is offended by everybody always falling asleep whenever he sings.
I guess so.
Isn't that a thing in Pokemon?
I guess so, man.
I've never watched much of the shows.
I wasn't allowed to watch much of the show, so I'm pretty blind to all that.
It's one of the only things I thought I understood about it was that Jigglypuff wants to sing, but everybody always falls asleep, and Jigglypuff thinks that like people just don't like his singing, but it's actually because his singing is magic and puts people to sleep.
That sounds
understand it
reasonable. That
correctly.
sounds like I remember something like that.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Pokemon, that was during the whole like Christian parents.
Demons!
Christian parents, take up your arms. This Pokemon.
Pan-dimensional demons.
This Pokemon, it'll make your kids want to smoke crack.
A demonic world.
Same with Yu-Gi-Oh and all that. Anything that was anime when I was little, I wasn't able to watch. I think that's why like I watch anime now. Because one day I was like, I'm old enough to watch anime. I'm gonna go on YouTube and watch part one of the episode of one of Bleach.
And immediately regretted your decisions.
Not immediately. It took a few years. Too deep into it now. Well, I say that, but I really don't watch much anime anymore. I keep up with it all, but I mean, as we've established, like, I think I was over here 3 sessions ago, and I was talking about anime I started watching, and I haven't watched a single episode of any of them since. So, yeah. Zombie idols, am I right?
God, I'm already losing track of what I'm trying to do and what I need to get where.
You gotta level up your stuff for the cure, so you can get the big one. Now you gotta meld other stuff, I don't know. Did you try melding anything else yet?
I don't know much else for me to mess with, but I will. Maybe I'll do that in just a second.
You had like magnet and stuff. Did you get another magnet too?
Yeah, I bought another magnet. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna need a stun edge eventually, so I'll go ahead and start leveling that.
No.
I don't want stun edge, but I will need it soon. So, well, let's see what we can use. What can we get rid of? I don't need quick blitz or strike raid. So what does that produce? Oh, I can only do it with Magnega, and I don't want to do that. So strike raid, what can you go with? Thunder, I want that. So no thanks. Magnera, what can you go with? Quick blitz and magnet. I guess. Hold on, let me see. Do I wanna? Let me check what I can actually do with magnets. Once
I feel like you chose the
about,
single
like,
worst world for music to be doing
Yeah,
this.
it's fine.
The single worst.
It's absolutely fine. Magnet and Magnera is an I-type. With an I-type, I can make what? Thunder Boost, Magic Haste. Yeah, the same stuff the stuff I would want to get.
You could get Thunder Boost out of it though.
I could get Thunder Boost, but let me see. Like if I do 2 Magneras, that makes a J-type. With a J-type, can I get anything that I want? I can get once more with a J-type, so it's better to grind out another Magnega and meld 2 Magnegas together to get once more. We'll
Okay,
get
and you'll have second chance.
Yeah, we'll get second chance and once more. So yeah, that's gonna be the optimal. So let's see. Hold on. So what have I got in terms of magnets right now? I've got Magnera. I need to level this magnet, fuse it with that magnet to make a Magnera, I mean. Then level that up, get whatever ability I get from that, then fuse that with the Magnera.
Yep.
Now, hypothetically, I could also buy a Magnera from the store and just level that. I wouldn't get an ability off of it, but I could level it up and then fuse it with Magnera. But I already have that one magnet done, and I can then farm another ability off of that. So a little bit longer to get to my Magnega and once more, but whatever.
It's coming along, people.
God, this freaking game. It's just a lot to juggle.
Are you going back to grind for it now?
Why not? It's just a lot to juggle. But it's like it's just a thing of like it's a matter of, you know, we've discussed before, like during the Final Fantasy VII playthrough, like a lot of the actual decision making doesn't happen in combat in turn-based RPGs. It happens in the menus.
Yeah.
Because like once you're in, it's just unless you're playing like a Persona, unless you're playing Persona 5, Paper Mario, Pokemon, or Undertale. Once you get into a turn-based combat scenario in most JRPG type games, it's just a DPS race, and there's always one optimal option, and that's really all that matters. It's hit attack or spend resources to do slightly more damage than none. And that's really
if it's a long fight, then spend some of those resources to heal.
Yeah, exactly. Like
That's
that's
usually
really
what it
that's
boils
the
down
system.
to.
And so a lot of the actual like we were talking earlier in this playthrough, earlier during Ben's campaign today, about like part of like video games are fun when you are able to make choices. If you're doing one thing consistently and with no variation, then it becomes unfun. Part of the fun of JRPGs, or the main fun of JRPGs, comes from character management and stuff you do in menus, because you do a lot in menus in those games. The best JRPGs give you the maximum amount to fiddle with. Guess what? Birth by Sleep gives you a lot to fiddle with in those menus. And for some people, that's going to be a lot of fun, min-maxing their characters out and building all this kind of stuff, experimenting with different types of commands, discovering new commands. It's just, once again, when you know what you want, it's a lot of time to get to a place where you already want to be and know where you want to get to. On the bright side, these guys are doing almost no damage to me now, so...
Yeah, you're good on that front.
Okay, I'm trying to use Magnet, and it does not want me to do it.
Nope.
I'm just gonna... You know what?
They're
Hold on.
jumping too much. Ooh.
I hit O again instead of X. My
That's
bad.
fine. You did a whole lot of damage, at least.
There's a lot going on right there. There's one guy blocking, another guy spawning in and getting picked up immediately.
And it doesn't
Stun
matter
Edge is
because
already
you just
level
do
3.
that, and it just
Stun Edge is
melts.
already level 3. Now this is gonna be... Now, I don't want to spend too much time grinding out this stuff right now because...
It doesn't seem necessary because you're going to be... Like, the levels come fast and loose, don't they?
Yes, but not fast enough for me to get all the things that I want. But there is one thing that's nice. You know how Mickey gives you double EXP when you level him up?
Yeah.
A 626 gives you double CP when you level him up.
Ooh.
Alright, let's see. Hold on one second. I think I can go ahead and start building towards something else that I need and want here. Thunder Surge. You remember Thunder Surge? The ability where you kind of charge
You
forward
dash with the lightning, yeah.
Yeah, so guess what? That breaks every boss fight in this game.
Really?
Because it's one of the only things that consistently gives you iframes. It hits multiple times, and since it hits multiple times, it increases the chance of actually stunning bosses who don't like being stunned.
So that was one of those moves where I was like, I like this a lot as
You
we were
were
going
correct.
through. So I guess I was correct for liking it a lot.
Alright, so Stun Edge with a Thundara is an I-type. From an I-type, I can make what? Thunder Boost, Magic Haste, HP Boost, Combo F, Combo Finisher Boost, Air Combo Plus. I'll go ahead and get Thunder Boost off of that. That means I'm gonna have to grind out another Thunder, but whatever, who cares? You see?
Riveting.
See? Once you peel back the curtain, a lot of it stops being quite as interesting. You're under, of course. Okay, hold on. I-type, I said? Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe shimmering. There we go, Thunder Boost. First of many. Now, this can be used on mobs, obviously, and it's effective. It's mostly for a boss thing. Once I get enough abilities of each type, I'm going to start building different decks. But for now, since I only have one,
Yeah.
and I'm just grinding stuff out anyway, I might as well keep it in to get the Thunder Boost. Because the Thunder Boost will be good for standard encounters, so that I can get, so that I can do more damage onto them when they're in magnet casts with my Thunder. So.
Okay, now is there a certain finisher you're aiming for?
No.
No?
I don't care. Dude, let me explain something very carefully to
It
you.
doesn't matter.
They do not matter. All that matters is this stuff down here in the corner.
Yeah, you're right.
These are the only things
The
that matter.
only good finisher was the Thunder finisher that you get when you're in that mode, and you're gonna be getting into that mode all the time.
The finishers that you get in command styles are set to the command style. Those don't alter.
Yep. So you're good.
Unless you're in a command style, it's almost not even worth it to use ground strings half the time.
Man, you've
Or-
almost gotten like
Yeah.
the max magic haste already.
Yeah,
Daggone.
and we can only get 2 more Thunder Boosts. We got nothing else so far, but hopefully soon we'll have Leaf Bracer, Second Chance, and once more down here in the support section. Wait, hold on, what's new under reports? We didn't get any, like, Xehanort things, did we? Just characters, I imagine. We're good, we're safe. Nothing new. We are safe. Though I imagine we should probably also wrap an episode there.
Yeah.
I just wanted to run back in there for a second and do that, and it was good because we got Thunder Surge, which I can now demonstrate.
Yep.
Granted, that enemy's low level, so demonstrating that was a one-shot is really not that impressive or important, but you will see the... I don't know, like, once you start using Thunder Surge, you don't really see the difference, but it's like... Let me put it this way, you know you know Ars Arcanum from the previous games where it's like, you know, you spend MP to activate like the big move
Yes.
of like like the big move that Sora would
Yeah,
do
of
in the other
course.
games? Okay. There's a variation of that in this game. If you use that on the bosses, you'll start flailing and attacking them, right?
Yeah.
And they will be stun locked maybe 10% of the time, if that.
Yeah.
And you have no iframes. So all you're doing is rubbing yourself up against a boss who has more than enough health to take this hit while they hit you back, and you're committed to the animation for 10 seconds.
Great.
Several
This
of the
one has iframes though, yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Several of the sorry, what did you say? It has iframes? You
The
said-
dash.
Yes, it does.
has
Okay.
iframes.
That's what I thought you said, but I thought maybe I heard you wrong. No, like it's a several of the most powerful moves in this game actually will, especially on higher difficulties, will actually just get you killed. And it feels weird.
Well, that's
to,
the
like,
thing is I've learned in a lot of games is it's like, and it's really sad, but it's like the fancy stuff that are supposed to be really powerful pale in comparison to the quick, non-flashy stuff that is overpowered. It's like the move in Dragon's Dogma. It's like you have all these spells and they're all huge, high-powered, and they're pretty good for the most part. But then the most powerful spell in the game is a very basic, like charge the button and let go, and while you have Holy on your weapon, and it just melts everything completely.
It's hard to balance everything when you've got too much in the game.
Yeah.
Which is why Devil May Cry just as the balance, like focuses on do different things. That's what's important. And,
Yeah.
like, that's the ultimate forcing you to diversify your
Well,
playstyle.
absolutely, because in Devil May Cry, it's like you can be effective or you can be stylish,
Yeah.
and the game encourages being stylish.
Well,
you can be both, actually.
Happy. You can be both, yeah. Zug. Well, okay. I guess that's the end of an episode. Next time around, we'll actually go to Radiant Garden. But it was worth it after that boss fight to just kind of screw around and take care of some other stuff while we had a second there. Actually, let me look at this really quickly. How close are we on these? Yeah, we will be back in the melding menu halfway through Radiant Garden. This is the Birth by Sleep experience.